Welcome back to the channel. On today's video I'm going to show you how to replace a wing mirror on a Mini R50, 52 or 53. This is for non-power fold wing mirrors. Power fold wing mirrors you have to be a little bit more delicate with. The process is similar but it's not the same. So don't follow this if you've got power fold wing mirrors. Wait until one of those comes up. I'll film it, I'll put it on the channel. This is for the 3 and 5 pin wing mirrors that come on standard cars. So if you're unsure if you've got power fold wing mirrors or not, if you go to adjust your mirrors, you will have a little button down here. That button means you have power fold. If you don't have this button and you've just got a mirror adjust, it doesn't have to have heated seats, it can just be the mirror adjust, then you're good to keep following this video. If you do have power fold, then just stop now, don't go any further, because what you could do is potentially damage the cogs in the power fold wing mirror, and it will be very expensive if you do. So let me show you how to change the wing mirrors on a non-power fold car. So today this is the car in question, a Hyper Blue R52 2006. The process is exactly the same for any R50, 52 or 53 as long as it's non-power fold. What you need to do first of all is fold your wing mirror in, and that will expose 2 Allen keys just down here. Let me show you. Now these ones are pretty badly corroded, but we need to get these 2 out. So to do that we need a H5 or a 5mm Allen key. Now I'm using these H5 1/4" socket adapters. I'll leave a link in the description down below if you wish to pick them up. What you also may need to do is get a very small hammer, because if these don't fit in here properly, we're going to have to give it a little bit of a tap to just loosen it off a little bit. Socket, I'm just going to give it a very gentle tap. We just want to make sure that it's tight because we don't want to round it off. So push down at the same time, apply a little bit of pressure. We can see this one is now turning. You can remove this completely. There's a few reasons why you may need to do this. You may just want to change the mirror completely. You may have an issue with your electric adjust on there, or you may need to change these gaskets on the bottom depending on if you're getting water ingress into your door. So these are quite crusty, so I'm going to do the same again. You may think this is a little bit overkill, but if you start to round these off, you're not getting them out because they are panhead, which means they are sunk into the actual wing mirror base. So unfortunately, if they round off, you end up having to drill them out, or you end up with it just stuck in there. So, and no one really wants that, do they? Just to show you the condition of them, to see why we're doing it like that. You can see they're not in the best of shape. Now at this point there is still one further more to do, and to get to that one you need to go back to a position, and with this I normally hold quite securely like this, and you need to twist the other way. Now if you have a power fold mirror and you try and do this, you potentially risk damaging the cogs in the mirror, which is why I was saying earlier, don't follow this guide. Let me quickly show you the other one so you can see whereabouts it is. There we go. So you can see on there, that's our remaining bolt on here. So let's get that out of the way. This may look like a bit of a weird angle with the wing mirror, but this is how it's done. And again, because of the condition of it, we want to make sure we don't round it off. So we don't need to be hitting it hard, we just need to make sure that it is going to grip when we go to undo it. There we go. Now at this point the wing mirror will start to feel quite loose, so you need to support it a little bit. And that is now out the way. So at this point, the whole wing mirror can be lifted out of the way, like so. But there is an electric connector underneath. So what we're going to do is lift it out very gently, and we can see our electrical connector is just here. So let me show you that in a little bit of a close-up. So this is our electrical connector, and you can see just up here, we need to push this in on both sides to release it. Now, due to its age, you can see on here there's like a little guide. It may wobble off completely, but you do need to release it from this point to get that out of the way. So let's see if it will come off with a little bit of persuasion. You can also see the build-up around here of all the gunk from this seal. So sometimes it is a good idea to just give them a little bit of a clean up occasionally, and just remove them. That came off not too bad. Now, when it comes to replacing these wing mirrors, if you do need to replace them, this is where you need to see how many connectors you've got in there. This is actually quite clean for one of these, but you can see there are 5 pins inside there. Now, 3 pins is electric adjust. 5 pins also means it's heated and electrical adjust. And if you've got 7 pins, it means powerful, but a 7-pin plug is different to this. You can't fit a 7-pin on here, but you can fit a 3-pin to a 5-pin connector. So if you can't find a 5-pin one, you can only find a 3-pin one, you can fit a 3-pin one into this plug here. Now what you don't want to do is lose this plug. So if you are going to have to temporarily leave this off, then what I tend to do is pop a little bit of string around it, tie it up to the top here, and then just put a cover over there. Shouldn't really have to, but if you do, it will be okay for a couple of days without something plugged into it. So when it comes to refitting, it's pretty much the reversal of the removal, but all you need to do is pop that back in, like so. It will hold in place roughly while you are getting your bolts back in. I'm just going to pop this back on for now because it looks like it's going to rain. Plus this car is for spares, so it's more just to show you how to take it off quickly. So we're going to put a couple of bolts back in, and all you need to be careful of is when you move this back into position, make sure the bolt on this side over here, make sure this one is at least sunk into the base, because what you don't want to do is spin this round and end up damaging your new wing mirror. So very gently like that, back into place, move it back around the other way, pop your 2 bolts back in like so, just nip them up. You can buy stainless steel versions of these bolts as well if you want to get a little bit fancy while you're doing it. It may be worthwhile. They are going to trap water because you have a gap in between the base and the actual mirror itself over time. Stainless steel ones shouldn't corrode, so there are advantages to it. And then just pop it back out. Job done. Hopefully that video has helped a few of you out if you're unaware how to change them. They're relatively easy, not time consuming, takes probably 5 minutes tops. The only thing you don't want to do is get stuck with a rounded bolt, so take your time, use the hammer if you need to, and yeah, it should be relatively straightforward. If you have found this video useful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't done so already. Hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment, let me know how you got on, and if there is something else you want to see on here coming up soon, let me know. I'll add it to the list, and then next time we get around to doing it, I'll be sure to film it. Also, just quickly, the main channel has plenty of mini projects, including what's going on with this R52 in the background, so go and check it out if you haven't done so already, and hopefully we'll see a few of you subscribing over there as well. So With all that said, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.